What advice would you give to people who are just like chronic procrastinators?
Oh,
that are just not taking action.
Yeah, the advice is very simple. I have the perfect piece of advice for them. It's have fun staying poor. Have fun staying poor. You're never going to make it. I don't care. Because if you can't look at your Instagram and think, you know what, maybe I should get into shape. If you can't look at my Instagram and think, you know what, maybe I should make some money. And you literally, with all the inspiration shoved in your face nowadays, I mean, you are sitting in this luxury apartment in Dubai overlooking the ocean on a Sunday afternoon. Like, this is what we do. If you can't watch people like us, if you're watching this podcast and think I need to do something and you're a procrastinator, good. I don't care. Have fun staying broke. Because like you said, I need someone to wash my cars. I need people like you. So not everyone can make it to the top, and there's no help for those people who can't motivate themselves. If you can't pay your bills, you know, it's hard to pay your rent, you're eating the crappiest food, you're driving the crappiest car, all the beautiful women in the world don't look at you, you can't afford any nice clothing, and you're sitting around thinking, oh, well, you know, just a few more hours playing Fortnite, then that's your station in life, and enjoy it.
And you got to understand, if you want that life which you're dreaming of, you have to make some sacrifices.
Of course.
And even when it comes to relationships and women, I've had to make sacrifices. I've had to end relationships. I've had to just go through phases where I didn't even bother at all, just to keep my mind focused on the mission and to avoid the distractions.
It's very hard to become successful. It's very hard to become rich and successful, and that's why very few people do it. It's very hard to become influential, to get people following you, to get people listening to you. It's difficult. So if you can't motivate yourself to do it, you know, fuck you. Sorry, it's the way I feel.
Have you got any advice for 21-year-olds who, I guess, seem pretty lost and they don't really know which direction to go in? What would you offer to those guys in terms of advice?
Oh, I've got loads of pieces of advice. Loads. If you don't know what to do, don't go to university. That's the first thing. If you know what you want to do and you need a university degree to do it, then obviously pursue that. If you don't know what you want to do, going to university is going to burn 3 or 4 years of your time and likely get you into a bunch of debt and a bunch of trouble that you don't need. If you don't know what you're doing, avoid university. Step number 1. 2, don't waste...
don't waste time.
Don't waste time on frivolous pursuits. Stop trying to live like the man unless you've actually become the man first. And that means women. Stop trying to get laid all the time and get beautiful women. Because if you are a nobody, the time and effort it's going to take into convincing a really beautiful woman to go to bed with you is much less time than it would take me or Mike, because we are a somebody already. So you're burning your hours. Don't chase women too much. Don't chase having fun too much. Don't chase clout too much. Don't try to be seen in cool places that you can't actually afford to be in. I feel like to sit back and say, oh, well, you know, I'm just a video game porn addicted playing, you know, guy with no muscles and no physique and no physicality. Oh, well, it's because I haven't got a positive role model. I feel like today isn't an excuse. I feel like that every single second that you're scrolling on your phone or looking at Instagram, etc., there are dudes out there, you know, even so much as selling little coaching calls or courses, or, you know, who you'd want to be like. But it's easy. It's easier to sit around and play video games and masturbate than it is to get the money to buy real supercars and seduce beautiful women in the real world. It is much easier. And because it's easier, I feel like a lot of people don't want a way out. So I don't need to give them advice. I feel like the advice is out there. If you're watching this and that describes you, good. At least you're listening to people with a healthy mindset who maybe can inspire you a little bit to try to be like that. But the type of person who really needs this advice and isn't going to get it is never going to watch this podcast. They're not going to look at the photo of you there with your shoulders, etc., standing next to me with all my whatever car I'm next to, and think, I'm going to listen to these two. So those people aren't watching. So we don't need to worry about them, you know? Just let them, you know, flip our burgers and cook our meals. University has a monopoly on the borrowing power of young people. The financial borrowing power that I have as a multimillionaire is huge. Young people have none. If you're 18, 19, and you try to get a loan, you can't get one. University has a monopoly on this. So if you're in the United Kingdom, and this is very, very sad, and you are 18 years of age, and you go to a bank with a great plan. You say, I am going to start a business. My name's Tristan Tate. I'm 18 years old. The bank's already not interested. But let's say they even heard you out and you had a nice, solid business plan and said, I need £30,000. I'm going to start this business. It's going to become a successful company in my town. Eventually, I'm going to expand to London. I'm going to be a millionaire by the time I'm 25. This is my business plan. Can I have £30,000? No. It will be no 100% of the time. If you're an 18-year-old kid and you say, hey, I want to be a pilot. I don't want to join the military and fight your bullshit wars that you want us all to fight to get a pilot's license. Plus, a lot of pilots, they want you to go to university first nowadays. But regardless, I want to be a pilot. Can I borrow £30,000? I need this many hours of flying time at this airfield on these aircraft. If I complete all these various hours, I'll have a pilot's license by the time I'm 21. Then I want to apply to work for airlines. Can I borrow some money, Mr. Banker? No. Hi, I don't really know what I want to do with life. I'm 18. Don't really know what I want to do. So I'm going to study business, economics. Oh, here's your check for 60 grand, 70 grand. Ching, ching. Here you go. Enjoy paying it back one day. They have a monopoly on the borrowing power of young people. And I don't believe that if the battlefield was fair and amounts of money were offered for things like pilots licenses, for things like business ideas, startups, I feel like if the borrowing power of young people was not concentrated and monopolized by university, young people could flourish so much better and so much more.
DJ AFE, do you think the time for becoming wealthy is running out? And do you think that we could finally see a recession in the near future? Yes, I believe that the time to get wealthy in an easy and a quick way has run out already. I'm going to tell you why. We've all heard of the gold rush, haven't we? Gold rush was a time when in certain rivers in California, large nuggets of gold were found and people went nuts. People all moved out to California and lots of people got very rich. A gold rush has just happened, and the gold rush we've just seen is the easy money there was to make in bullshit crypto coins. Bitcoin has a use case, Ethereum has a use case, Chainlink and a few other cryptos have a use case, and they're going to last well on into the future. They might even be the future of currency. People who own them now might be the richest people in the world in 5 or 10 years. But I'll tell you what isn't going to exist. Bullshit, pump and dump, crypto nonsense coins that kids can buy for a few $1,000s and become millionaires overnight. The time of easy money is over. The gold rush is over. There's no more easy money in the way there used to be.